Hey guys, welcome to my video. This one should be pretty shocking if you've seen the last video that I just put out, because I put out a video with showing recurring patterns on Australia, and I wanted to show you some critical thinking and how this plays into what I'm showing you. But first of all, I wanted to remind you, remember I took this feature here and I matched it up all around, in the swirls here. I matched it up here, and everywhere. And then I showed you that these marks up here were marks of it flipping. You can see the different angles of the lines. So I wanted to show you really quick. When I line this up here, I wanted to show you that flipping. So it flips around, but you can actually see that when I flip it around, you can see that this is something has slid around and made this pressure mark, I guess that's what I call it. And you can see what made that. Once it's lined up correctly, there, something like that. Or maybe like that, right? So you can imagine this spinning around, and it could even stop there, or it could stop up to there, or up here, I guess, or it could stop all the way there. I think it might go like this. I gotta get straight on shots. Oh, there it goes. Look, see how that fits into there, like a glove. And that's pretty amazing when you think about it. But let me move it back here, because remember in videos prior to that, the last one, I showed that these two areas, oh, that's crazy. I can just see all kinds of stuff when I look at it. I showed you how these two areas line. They're reoccurring images of one another, and I matched them up forensically with the islands. You can tell that the volcanoes hit the other volcanoes, which is a miracle in plate tectonics. This can't happen because you have South America between those two areas. So how did they sit on top of one another at one point? That's what they would have to have done in order for them to match up like that, is that they have to be sitting like this at one point. And you got South America, and plate tectonics can't account for this moving from here to the bottom over there where you see it right here, and yet it fits the features all the way to it pretty much. Look right there. I mean, come on, right there. It's perfect. It's such a perfect fit. And then with straight on shots, this would fit better, and then better, and then I think this disappears, and then this starts. This smaller piece is the only thing that will fit through here as it's going down to where it is now. But in critical thinking, or logical thinking even, if this matches up here and then this matches up here, and it does, see how it's moving through, you can still see the alignments, well then shouldn't this match up there? So let's see what we got here. Remember, I matched this up in here on the other. See, I gotta relax and do this kind of slow because I get anxiety when I do these matches sometimes, and I just rush them out, and then that ends up being a problem in the video. So I just want to kind of take my time. Believe me, I'm stressing right now for some reason. So you can see that match. Remember, because I matched. This thing causes me a lot of anxiety. Like, it's weird. I don't know why, but man, my anxiety just skyrockets when I show this. You can see how, remember I showed you this, matching the features, the islands. Well, on the larger one you can see it much better without it getting out of focus, but from this distance you can see that it lines up, and it lines up perfect like I'm claiming it does. And so that's why you never have to worry about somebody coming along and debunking me. I promise you, it's never going to happen. I promise you that, because I've looked at this so much. I can tell you that's a fact, because look at this alignment too. Now these islands look different, but they're in the same pattern as the other ones, and look how they match. They match even better. They're easier to see the alignment with these ones because these islands are larger. And just like that other one, this will match in the same areas as it did. Perfect, right? You can tell that there's sliding going on here. And that would be what I just showed you with South America and that pressure mark on the ocean floor. And you can see that there's a story playing out with that, with this feature too. You can see something slid, and you can see it got a pressure mark in here too, where it just looks like something came to a stop and then moved again. So, but this time, what's cool about these reoccurring patterns is that they match, but each one will tell more of a story. They give more information on each one, on what's going on when you combine them. And you can see that when this lines up, these features here line up. It's almost as if the rotation takes place. You can tell that this is from rotating, but it's also, I know from experience, it's also not just rotating, but it looks like it breaks away and flips. And I'm not sure how I'm going to show that. But look at, that's weird how that follows the coastline. Okay, so I want to get, like I said, I don't want to rush through here because I'll make mistakes when I do that. Just gotta relax. Just like South America was matching, remember how it hugged this in the other video? Well, these areas are related to South America. I know that already. I should probably get a straight-on shot of this area. It'd be more accurate because Yellowstone Park is what you want to keep your eye on. Let me get a straight-on shot of that because even though that fits damn good, a straight-on shot's going to fit better. And notice the similarities here. Let me get a straight-on shot. Okay. Now that I got straight on shots of the west coast of North America, this is where things start to get interesting. And I can already tell that when these recurring patterns are overlaid, the further apart they are from the moment they're created, the greater the difference will be in when you're overlaying them. They'll look similar, but like I said, the further away from the moment of their creations they are from each other, the more different they'll be. So you'll notice that some of these reoccurring patterns, they match up like you know, so obvious because they're closer together in their creation. And So you could tell, I can already tell that North America is further away than, let's say, here, and also South America. So North America is like the difference is greater, but it still doesn't mean that they won't match. So let me get this kind of centered here. And it's weird because like they kind of start to match a little bit right in the beginning as I slide this in, but you can see some similarities. But I want to line up first of all up here because it looks, you can see the features here resemble one another, and when I put them together they match the coast. I mean the inner part matches the coastline of Australia. And then, like I said, you want to pay attention to Yellowstone Park because that seems to be a huge player in the way these features play out. So right there you can see a match. And what's trippy is that you can see that there's similarities here between the New Madrid Fault, which is this, it runs through the Mississippi River right here basically, and this is a reoccurring pattern that matches everywhere around the world too, and it seems to be very similar to this feature right here. As a matter of fact, look, so you got the Great Lakes. You can kind of see that there's a bizarre similarity. You can tell, I mean I can tell because I do this so much, that there is a relationship in the features here. It's definitely of twisting. And that's what I've been claiming, that you know, mountain ranges and basically everything that's geological it has a geological importance is actually related to twisting. So look, so that lines up. You got Yellowstone Park up here, and what's trippy is also this island right here. When you look at it, is it really an island, or is it just that most of it's submerged underwater? So you got this point basically, and you can also see that there might be a similarity between that and this cleared out feature in North America, as other features seem to fit into that area right there of Australia. So let me swoop this in and see what we got going on here. Here's that peninsula. It's kind of hard to see through this one. It's like if I adjust it either way, it's hard to see it either way. Like, but you see this peninsula here, right? So I'll line this up again. You got to keep your eye on that peninsula. I'll drop this down, and you can see that it matches, as the coastline seems to be very similar against this coastline now. And it just seems to be related. Definitely the west side here for sure. I think what happens is this rotates, as did the other image. Hold on, I have to think. Years ago someone told me that you know, when I get anxiety like this, it's just like take a deep breath and relax. And that's what I want to do here. You can see the New Madrid Fault area seems to play into the features on Australia. And I said, then you got the pointing feature right here. And I can move this all around because I'm not bound by rules like plate tectonics. This just moves around. The process that's creating this is moving around and it's spinning. So I can do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and try and spin it. I'm not even sure how that's going to work out, if it's going to work out. But I know that the other features spun. And I wonder if these lines are related to that, see? I think I should just limit it to that. Oh, you know what? I see this, and this is definitely a mark of rotation. See that? And you know what? Look how it matches in there. So this feature, it is caused by the rotation. I can tell. I'm gonna look around. Oh yeah, look. And look, the Gulf of Mexico. Is this related? I'm not sure. Well, it's related to the rotation. Look. I wish I could rotate it right there, but I can't. So I have to keep moving it. But you can use your imagination. You can see that it's related. So you know what? I'm starting to think this isn't, well, I kind of know this already from my past experiences. This is not just rotation. This is spiraling. It's spiraling out. You can see that the Gulf of Mexico is the result of spiraling away. It's just one part of the spiral. You see the exit right here? It's spiraling. And I know that the same spiraling can be detected in Antarctica too. So right here and right now, I want to claim that the features on our planet are the results of spiraling out of Antarctica. So that's one thing I'd like to make a claim of. So I see the spiraling. Watch. Watch. See the alignment? Because I can't show this the way it should be shown. So you're going to have to use your imagination. But these continents are the result of spiraling. Just like galaxies spiral. I think everything spirals in this reality somehow. It's a rough, I don't know if I call this a match, but I know it does in a way, but it's kind of too much to actually show here. I don't think I could prove it here in this context, but this is spiraling. Anyways, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the alignments, and that's really what this video is about. So the rest is just whether you get it or you don't get it. It's extra or not. You can still see the alignments though. And that's all I really need to show is that. And you got to remember that this isn't just this area that does it. This area does it too. The spiraling. It's spiraling. But I just need to show the alignments. Whether you believe me that it's spiraling or not, that's up to you. I guarantee you it's true. Look how it keeps lining up. All the features on our planet spiral out of Antarctica. And you can actually see it when you look at Antarctica. You can see that this is rotating and this is spiraling out. And then what's another feature is it spirals out and it flips. That's where you get this. This is kind of maybe a little bit going too deep into this. And I have to prove it, and I have to do it in a different way. But yeah, that's what this is flipping. Spiraling and flipping. You can see, it's weird. I can see it everywhere I look on the features. But so you know this fits, right? I already proved that. And then of course I proved that these two fit and this fits. I mean, these are reoccurring patterns. I mean, the forensics of it is just too much. Like, there's just no doubt about it. You can't have features match up like that perfect. And what's cool about this is this is very scientific if you think about it, because I made predictions of reoccurring patterns. I've made predictions that reoccurring patterns exist, and then I showed you one that matched this, and then I showed you that it matched this, and then I take this and match these together. Well, that's a prediction that's been fulfilled. And that's what every good theory has to do that. But I can do it more than this. I can do it with all the features, even the Tarim Basin. So I don't know how much further I should go on this. I mean, I could keep going with other features if that's what you guys would like to see. There's something deeper about this that I don't talk about, and I don't even know if I should, but because it might just be distracting of what I'm trying to show, ultimately what I'm trying to show here. But there's something like deeper and internal with this that I can't quite explain. There's more to this than just this. I don't even know where I'd begin to start, so I might have to save that for a different video. Okay, I wanted to throw one more reoccurring pattern into this mix. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then of course 5, Australia, which I'm using as the example. But here's another reoccurring pattern that I want to throw in here just to get my point across, that these match like I claim they do. You can see the same thing with the rounded feature here with the islands. You can see the same size, and you can see, well, it wasn't blurry right there. You can see that there is a match in the location of those volcanic islands. And you can see how when I move it up and down, how it matches there. And believe it or not, see how I was saying that each one reveals more information about the reoccurring pattern? Well, you can see what's going on internally on this feature by Antarctica, right? You see, here's the Antarctica. It's just a plain feature. And then you line it up with this, and then you can see the mechanics that are working inside of it, right? You can see the spinning that's going on right here. You can see the stretching. You can just see that that is the motor that's running this. You can see that I think it's running like a chainsaw too, by the way. These are all images of a moment that took place in the past. And now it's all frozen still, like you'd expect it to be, and we live on it. But okay, so you can see that these are related. You can see the spinning right here. And I would guess that it goes like that, just like it did on the other, you know what I mean? And whatever. So you can see there's an alignment right there, of course, and it's spiraling out. But we're not worried about that right now. We want to see what happens with Australia, because that's the the whole point of this. Okay, so there you go. Right away you can see the alignment right there. And you can tell that if this rotates like the others do, you can see the alignment right there now. See how it reveals more information? And we already know that this is playing out over here in this orange area of minerals. And look, this is where it flips. I can tell because, see, look, this is a mirror of this. That's saying this flips. That, in my opinion, from what I know, look at look at it. Just now it's starting to make sense. Look how things are mirroring one another. And then it flips because look, they're reversed. That's that twist. That I don't know. You probably can't see what I'm saying yet, but eventually you will. Look how it plays into the features again here. You can tell this rotates back. See how it keeps fitting? And there's that spinning part right here. I wish I could animate this to spin in the right areas. It would be so much easier to see what I'm showing you. Anyways, I don't know. You should be able to see this, I hope. Maybe I should show you more. I'm not sure. You can see where the peninsula comes from. You see it? And then maybe you'll see up here the matching going on here. The island, well, the high point of the island, I guess. Look, see how it fits in there? As the rest just kind of fits the contours. Alright, so I dimmed it out to make it more transparent. So you can see there's nothing up my sleeves. I lined that up with the peninsula. And you can tell that this is playing into the features on Australia. Anyways, I don't know. So you can see it's even playing into these features right here. Look at that. That's amazing right there, actually. And there's the part where it flips around. You can tell that this flips around. You can tell in the design of this island right here, it looks like a hinge. It looks exactly like a hinge because it flips around. And you can see the alignment right here. You can see, God damn it, if this thing would move every time I move this whole thing has to move somewhere else. You can just see how this plays into the features, or maybe you can't, and it's up to you, I guess. So I don't know. I think I proved my point here. Look, you can see this feature is bending around this one, and this reveals, oh man, this goes so far, it never ends. This alignment, well then I can take both of these alignments up to the Tarim Basin and show you what is actually going on, and it adds to more of the picture of an overspill and a vortex and spiraling. but I think this video is already too long, so I think I'm just going to end it right here. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys see this. It's really important that you do. I know it's important for me personally, so you know I appreciate your time for watching these videos and seeing what I have to show you guys. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.